Thank you for attending. This is the Upper Little Sugar Creek wastewater project from Bilmark Drive to Canterwood Drive. It's phase 2 and phase 3 of a wastewater project that started back in 2017, serving the Hidden Valley neighborhood. And on the public meeting today, we also have the project manager, Mike Vaniska, and the contractor, Stephen Sizemore with Dellinger. And also on the line is Tyler Howell with Stormwater. If people have questions, they can fill it out in the Q&A portion of the field there that offers an opportunity to ask a question. We will then reply to those questions with answers at the end of the presentation. So the goal of this project is to install a wastewater pipe to serve current and future customers in this area along the creek basin. This is a generic map showing the project area along the creek, working its way up Bilmark on one side of the creek and then crossing over, going around Georgetown Drive to go through the street and then up Canterwood, and then again back along the creek here. And to get a little bit different view, this is an aerial view where phase 1 came up along Springview behind those houses along the creek, and then got under the entrance to Martin Luther King Jr. Middle School. And phase 2 will start at that point and work its way up. Again, going through the backyards here. We'll talk a little bit about what that requires, and then up to Snow White Lane, and then again going up here to Georgetown Drive, along Georgetown Drive, and then up to Canterwood, and then again back along the creek. So quite a bit of construction you're going to see over the next couple of years here to get this work done. So let's talk about what to expect during this wastewater project. These are just a couple of the highlights that we'll go into a little bit more detail on a few future slides here. But definitely you'll see a lot of activity, and we'll go through some of that to help you understand. First, let's talk about easements. An easement is an agreement between the property owner and Charlotte Water. It gives Charlotte Water the rights to access, maintain, clear, repair, renovate anything along there. So as we're installing this wastewater pipe, and even in existing wastewater or neighborhoods that have existing wastewater like Hidden Valley, we have an easement, and this illustration shows that with that pipe we have a space on either side of that pipe to give us the ability to bring trucks through there, to clear it, to maintain it. If there's an overflow or wastewater issue that needs maintenance, then we have the space that we need to get back there to take care of that. If there's an emergency where we have to do a pipe replacement, we may add additional easements, temporary construction easement, which would then go back to the property owner after we got the work done. And that's part of what you'll see in this case, is that we are getting easements from property owners so that we can install the wastewater pipe. And in this case, the easement for this one is 30 foot wide, from one side to the other. It may vary depending on the size of the pipe. If it's a large pipe construction, it may be larger, but that's what you may have heard of if you're a property owner a lot of in the last year or so, are explanations about easements. Once we have those easements, one of the first steps of construction for a wastewater project like this is to clear the easement area. And so this photo on the right shows one of the machines that would help us clear the trees, any other debris that's in the area. We will try to preserve trees where possible, but in a case like a wastewater project, trees do have to be cleared to do the installation. And the photo down here is an easement that has been cleared so that we can then install the wastewater pipe. Once we're done, we will restore the area with grass. And another side note on that is that trees are a major challenge for wastewater pipes, because the tree roots, if they're close by, may try to attack the wastewater pipe, and once they get in, then they can clog the pipe and cause wastewater overflows into the neighborhood, which is not a good thing. So the next step, once we've cleared the easement, is that we will then mobilize. The contractor will bring pipe, equipment, soil, materials, manholes, like you see here on this photo to the left. Pipe will be offloaded either in the construction easement, road right-of-way, or a lay-down yard or storage area somewhere nearby. And so you'll see a lot of stuff out there for this as they get ready. They may also do fencing. One of the other first things you'll see is silt fencing being installed, which is this photo on the left, that will help prevent soil sediment from washing away from the project area. We may install security fencing around the construction zone. This photo here was for a much larger wastewater project, but still gives you a good sense of, you may see 2 excavators, lots of dump trucks coming and going, a porta-john, and so it does require a large area to do a pipe installation. Another thing that they'll do before pipe installation is they will do subsurface investigations, or a test pit. This is to assess the existing utilities in the area, and may also look, in this case for a wastewater project, for soil and rock conditions. We definitely expect to run into rock for most wastewater projects like this, and so you may see equipment like this going along the project alignment to help the contractor find where that rock is to better assess for blasting. A lot of customers have already received their pre-blast survey. This is a letter that provides general information about that we will be or we are expecting to blast rock to help clear the path for a wastewater pipe installation like this. It's a normal part of construction. We try to do other things to remove the rock where we can, but if it is a large formation that requires blasting, we do pre-blast surveys so that the property owner can assess what cracks they may already have. It gives us a record. It gives the property owner a record of what existed beforehand, and then that way, if there's any concerns after the project is over, we can compare the pre-blast survey with a post-blast survey and see what the differences are. We also will have seismograph monitors recording vibrations. And so when we're talking about blasting, it's not like a Hollywood movie or anything dramatic. The crew will drill holes into the rock formation, which is similar to this illustration down here. They will then put packed dirt on. They may put a heavy mat over the packed dirt, which is similar to this photo, to kind of help keep everything tamped down. And then when they fire or blast the rock, it will then crack the rock and may make a small muffled noise, slight vibration or rumble, similar to a thunder or a slam door. Customers may notice it more inside than they would outside, but before we do the actual blast, you will hear, if you're in the immediate area, a warning horn beforehand to kind of prepare you. In a case like this, it's also possible that we may blast for multiple days, that it may be typically late morning or afternoon. So once we announce that we're going to conduct blasting, you may hear it on a consistent basis for several days or weeks at a time. Okay, and then once we've gotten through the rock and now have a place to work and install the wastewater pipe, we start with excavation trenching. Photo here on the left is a good example of a wastewater project of a roughly similar size, requiring 2 excavators on each side, dump trucks coming and going, soil on the side here, a trench box for the people to work in, to lower that pipe down, make the connections. And the illustration here is a different view to help give a sense of how big the area may be. most importantly, just that, you know, we have a trench box for the safety of the crew working. They've got to help, you know, install the pipe, make the connections that they need to, and then continue to work upstream in most cases. When the project is done, of course, everything will be tested, make sure everything is the way we expect it to be. Then we'll start on restoration for the property owner. If there is a manhole in their backyard, if the manhole is in a maintained part of the backyard, then we will try to keep it flush with the grass in the backyard. If it is not in a maintained area, like a floodplain, then we may have a vent like this photo has. It may be raised, and it may be raised similar to this one down below. So that gives you a sense of what to expect afterwards. We will reseed with grass, straw, and then after the project is over, we then have a 1-year warranty with the contractor to come back a year later to then reassess. And if there are things, you know, areas that are not restored that need restoration, we can come back around and do some additional restoration work. So the schedule for the next 4 months, we will be clearing the construction easement. We may start pipe installation. Typically we start downstream and work upstream, and then we'll do additional letters to property owners about the project schedule. Once we have some more details, they've already received the pre-construction surveying or pre-blast surveying letter if they're within 500 feet of the buffer of the project alignment. So that's where we are for now. We will continue to send mailers out to customers in the area. We may do some additional public meetings when we get closer to the work that will be impacting streets and require lane closures, detours, other impacts. You will be notified in advance. Go back here. Let's see if I can close that. So there it goes. If you would like to receive additional updates, we're reaching out to the Hidden Valley HOA as well. You can email me at cam.coley@charlottenc.gov. If you add in the subject line of, you know, the email Hidden Valley Sewer Project, I will include you on other email updates that go out. But we will send things out in the mail. We will do what we call door hanger messages, where we put things on the front doors of homes prior to blasting or other major activities. We do use Nextdoor social media a lot, and we are always open for any kind of communications, questions, concerns. Let us know. This public meeting will be posted on our web page, which is the Upper Little Sugar Creek Wastewater Replacement Project, and we will post additional information on there as things change with the project. Michael Vaniska is the project manager, and he is a great contact for you if you have any questions. David Austin is the project inspector and will be on site for the majority of the project on location if you have things that need immediate concerns that you need a question about. There is also a water project. Let's see if I can get this thing to go away here. That is also in this area. That it will install roughly 15,000 linear feet of water main to help enhance water service to the Hidden Valley neighborhood. That also includes replacing 12 valves in the street. And so just to give a sense of what that looks like, you will see water main work coming along West Sugar Creek, going through the neighborhood, and then also Mineral Springs Road coming through near 85 as well. We will try our best to coordinate these projects to minimize disruption, to not have both of them impacting drivers at the same time when we can. But we did want to let everybody know that there are multiple projects going on in the Hidden Valley neighborhood to help enhance services, water and wastewater. And then these are the valve locations that customers may see quite a bit of activity during the replacement work. And then that is all. We are open to any questions, and I do not see any right now. So we thank you for your attendance, and if you have any questions afterwards, please contact us, and I will bring the contact information back online for Michael and David. Thank you very much.